That's a draw 3 because we control a Jace Planeswalker. That's 2 legendary Jaces. That's a plus. Into a plus. Look at Cunning Castaway being an absolute MV freaking P. Hello and welcome back to another glorious day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are playing Brawl. But before you turn this off, hold up. Brawl is the greatest format for best of one ever. Ever. It has a strategic depth and card pool that is amazing. It has tactics, it has talent, and just because it doesn't have a rank queue doesn't mean you can't learn from playing it, that you can't become a better Magic player from playing it. Brawl is awesome. Brawl has commanders. Commanders dictate what strategy and colors your deck can play, and those commanders are revealed at the start of each game. So unlike MTG Arena Mythic Ladder, where you have no idea what your opponent's playing and you look at your hand, it has 2 cut downs and you don't know whether you have a good hand or not, in Brawl you can look at their commander and have an idea of if you need to mulligan. Yes, Brawl has powerful spikes and some amazing cards, and I've been streaming it a lot lately, and every time people come into the stream, there are people asking me, you know, what is Brawl? I've never seen Brawl. I don't know how to play Brawl. I don't know how to get into Brawl. How do I get into Brawl? What do I need to know about Brawl? And honestly, the idea is just take it one thing at a time. I'm going to take it a little slower in this Brawl video and give some of you the fundamental building blocks so you might want to get into the format a little. And I've got a simple 1-color deck to show you featuring a new old commander coming to us in Pioneer Masters, and that is Jace Vryn's Prodigy. We are playing what was affectionately known as Baby Jace, an absolute powerhouse card in its time, and we're playing it in a deck designed to get all the Jaces on the battlefield. All the Jaces. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's mono blue, and it's going to take turns. It's going to counter spells. It's going to drown our opponents in misery. Some of you like that, right? So let's go over it. I haven't always done these Brawl intros because it feels like there's not an easy way to do them, but I'm not gonna look for the easy way today. We're gonna do this the hard way because some of you, I know, are itching to learn more about the best format that Magic Arena has and get into it. So let's go piece by piece. Number 1, the commander, Jace Vryn's Prodigy. For 1 in a blue, a legendary human 0/2 wizard that taps to draw a card and discard a card. If there are 5 or more cards in the graveyard, exile it, return it to the battlefield. As a planeswalker, Jace the Telepath Unbound. The +1 is fine. It's a -2/-0 until your next turn to target creature. Now, when you start with 5 loyalty and then you go up to 6 loyalty, that is a lot of loyalty for a 2-mana planeswalker. And when you're taking 2 power off an opponent's creature, Jace the Telepath Unbound is a hard one to remove. But the -3 is where Jace shines. Cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard this turn, basically giving it flashback. If it would be put into the graveyard again, exile it instead. This allows us to use our best spells twice and possibly, well, you'll see what some of our best spells are, take some extra turns. The -9 is an emblem that creates a mill state of mind, and trust me, we have a lot of mill cards in the deck. The -9 is not important. It's not a win con per se. People asking what's the win con? Well, watch the games. You'll get an idea of what the win con is. The win con is our opponent's lack of stamina, but just don't let them win for long enough and they'll let you win. So, looking at the deck, we have all of the Jaces and Jace-themed cards over here. There are so many Jaces that have been printed, and we get to run a ton of them in this deck. We also have cards like Jace's Triumph, which draws 3 cards if you have a Jace Planeswalker for 3 mana. That's awesome. Oath of Jace, which lets you scry on upkeep if you have a Jace Planeswalker. Fine. It's fine. But it's Jace-themed. But, I mean, did you remember that some of these are even on Arena? Cunning Castaway? Mirror Mage? Who even remembers these Jaces? But when combined with all the other Jaces, all these little advantages just add add up and up and up. So if you ever wanted to see all the Jaces together, they're here. But what this really is an extra turns deck. The ability of Jace to use the minus to cast Temporal Manipulation and Time Warp again from the graveyard for extra turns, and the ability of all these planeswalkers to get activated every turn while you're taking extra turns and accrue more and more value, which eventually gets you more and more turns. That's what the deck is really out to do. And over here are what I'm kind of calling the extra turns. They're not all extra turns, but some of them have that effect, like Cyclonic Rift, kind of an extra turn, sets the opponent all the way back so they can't get rid of your planeswalkers or your face. Temporal Manipulation, Time Warp, Karn's Temporal Sundering, Part the Waterville, River's Rebuke, similar to the Cyclonic Rift effect, Allrun's Epiphany, Temporal Trespass, a new Delve one that just joined Arena, and Mass Manipulation, just yoink their board. It's even better than a Time Warp sometimes. The rest of the deck, we're going to talk about some of the important interaction of Brawl. Guys, this isn't Commander. Your 4-mana card that's going to sit on the battlefield isn't the best thing. In fact, the most Commander card I have in this deck is Rhystic Study. Rhystic Study is still good in this format because people are casting a ton of spells, removal spells. The name of the Brawl format is Interaction and Removal because it's 1v1. You don't let your opponent have an inch so that you can take a mile. And that's what this is all about. Interacting with the opponent, keeping them from doing their thing with the most powerful cards possible, including 0-mana cards. That's why we start over here with 0-mana cards. Pact of Negation. This can go in most blue decks because eventually you end up having to tap out. One of the most powerful play patterns in Brawl is you play your commander or a powerful permanent like a planeswalker. The opponent tries to respond by playing their commander, and you play a 0-mana interactive like Pact of Negation or Subtlety or Flare of Denial. That's why we have the 0 section down here. These are cards you often pay 0 for. These costs are a lie. Commandeer, another one. Exile 2 blue cards to gain control of a non-creature spell. These are the cards that you need to be playing in Brawl to really get the opponent. The play pattern of I tap out for my big thing and then I still counter your thing is what breaks a lot of backs. Mox Amber, any cheap commander deck wants Mox Amber. It adds a color equal to your commander's color, so it's just like a free Mox in a 2-mana commander's deck. And Mishra's Bauble can go in almost any deck as an uncommon, so it's an easy craft, and this helps fill your graveyard for those delve spells that we've seen over here. And then go down the list. Agent of Rafine, alchemy card, really good. Brainstorm, absolutely cracked card. Run that. Consider and opt. Draw what you need. Stifle, hit fetch lands. Fetch lands are a huge part of Brawl. Even in monocolored decks, we run them over here, and I'll get to why in a minute. But stifling a fetch land is huge. So is stifling several abilities, like an uncounterable Atraxa. This can be a big deal. Strict Serenade hits a commander, basically. It hits a creature or a planeswalker, and sometimes an artifact. So it makes the cut, along with Wash Away, which has a similar effect. 3 Steps Ahead is a good counter spell, and one of the only ones I'm willing to pay 3 or more mana for. Unable to Scream and Witness Protection are 1-mana auras that actually nerf commanders' abilities, and that's why they're very good in Brawl, although not good in most other formats. Treasure Cruise. Yeah, 1 mana, draw 3. That's why we're filling the graveyard with our fetch lands, with our Mishra's Baubles, with our Considers, and then we're trying to 1 mana, draw 3 with Treasure Cruise. All right, Aether Gust is probably one of the sussest cards in here, and it's really, really good because it counters things that can't be countered, which are popular in Brawl. So it's good to have some counter play to those types of things, and there's enough red and green in the format that it usually works. When it doesn't, in this deck, you can discard it to Jace. Censor, Eaten by Piranhas, more of the take away their abilities. You really want this at flash speed. So we have Eaten by Piranhas, we have Utter Insignificance, and we have Mystic Subdual as ways to take opponents' commanders' abilities at instant speed. The best counter spells in the format are, of course, Counterspell. There's also Censor, which is very, very good. There is Dwari Disruption, which is over here in our mana base. There is Memory Lapse and Remand, which are very, very good. Tail's End, which always hits at worst a commander in this format, so it's very, very good. And there is Mana Drain. Mana Drain is arguably the best card in the format. why this card is absolutely insane, and you want it as often as possible, but you don't want to overload on your counter spells. If you have too many counter spells in your blue deck, yes, some opponents will scoop to that, but as soon as you meet a Delighted Halfling, probably the most played green card in the format, you might just lose the game. So be careful at overdoing it on counter spells. I know it's fun for a lot of you. It's not the best strategy in the long term. What else can I tell you? Ominous Lockbox is an alchemy card you can craft that you can name the mana value of their commander, and then when they cast their commander, you get a copy of their commander for free. That's nuts. Search for Iskanta is one of my favorite blue cards. It makes the cut in most of my decks. Seek New Knowledge is an excellent alchemy Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate alchemy card that lets you get some spells. It's a good card. It helps you find your extra turns. Sapphire Medallion is a craft for a mono blue deck because this can produce so much mana. Winter Moon is excellent in monocolor decks for freezing up 3 and 4 and 5 color decks and all of their non-basic lands. And Dig Through Time is another one of those busted draw spells. Arcane Signet goes in basically every Brawl deck. There are very few exceptions, so if you want an easy craft for all your Brawl decks, get an Arcane Signet. It is wonderful in this format. Tishana's Tidebinder is amazing in this format because you can take away someone's commander's abilities. It's always very good, and I put it in pretty much every blue deck. Archmage's Charm in mono blue decks is an amazing flexible card that gains control of Ragavans and other one-drop commanders. Aetherize is a new printing in Foundations as a Settle the Wreckage for mono blue, and I think it's just what this deck needs when people try to attack your planeswalkers. And House Meld is an alchemy card that you probably want because it exiles their commander and puts it on the battlefield under your control as an enchantment, and they don't get a chance to save it from going to the exile zone. They don't get to send it back to the command zone because of the way that this card resolves. So House Meld is a great way to take commanders permanently. In the mana base, the mana bases for Brawl often get questions on why Snowlands and regulars, because Snowlands come in tapped if they play Redain, which is both a legendary creature and a card that makes it into a lot of white decks, but Snowlands are also what you want if you happen to steal the opponents into the north and cast it from their deck using something like Agent of Rafine. Into the north is a ramping growth effect for a Snowland. If you have no Snowlands, it does you no good. So the split of regular basics and Snowlands is not a bad idea if you want to be able to take advantage of every possible situation that might happen 1 in every 200 to 500 games. Yay. You might have asked why the fetch lands. These cost you 1 life and they're just always getting an island because they can get anything with the island type. So if you sack a Scalding Tarn and you have 3 other islands on the battlefield, you can fetch this island from Eldraine, Mystic Sanctuary. And when it enters the battlefield untapped, because you have 3 other islands, then you get to put an instant or sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library. This is awesome with temporal manipulation and time warp specifically, because they're extra turn spells that don't exile. So you cast the time warp, you have an extra turn, you play the fetch land, you sack it, you go get the Mystic Sanctuary, you put the time warp on top of your deck, you will take another turn after this one. If you have 1 or 2 Jaces on the field and you can use their plus abilities during this time, you're accruing value and getting further ahead in the game. Another important part of Brawl are the lands that are not lands. You should have about 40 cards that give you mana in your deck at a decent rate, but most of the land counts land around 33 because we use what are called MDFCs, dual, like lands on the back and spells on the front. These were really popular in Zendikar Rising, and they came back in Modern Horizons 3. And you see here Jawari Disruption, Salundi Vision, Sink into Stupor, Seagate Restoration. These get used in a lot of decks to kind of give you a spell land flexible spot instead of just another island. And we have Lorien Revealed, which is a great common craft from the Lord of the Rings set that fetches you an island. It can be any island, so that includes the Mystic Sanctuary if you want to line up cool and clever plays like that. Cavern of Souls goes everywhere because there are a lot of blue decks in Brawl, a lot. And making your commander uncounterable is a big deal, even if it's the only wizard you run. So definitely going to run that. Also keep an eye out for this alchemy card. These are in every color, the gate to such and such. This is gate to Sea Tower. For 3 and a blue, you can seek a non-land card, basically like drawing a non-land, and it's on an island. So again, you can use the fetch land to go get this when you're flooding out or just want a little more to do in the mid game. You can use Lorien Revealed to go get this. So it makes the cut in the decks and is another reason to run the fetch lands. That's a long intro. Oh my God. But for some of you, this might be baby's first Brawl. And I did want to make a video where I gave you the big layout, and you can see why I don't do intros for these often. They're long-winded, there's a lot to say, but Brawl is the best, and I hope some of you will try it, watch the gameplay, see if you enjoy it. This is the kind of magic I live for these days, so let's dive in. Let this nonsense begin.
CovertGoBlue has mastered the skies, so now he's ready to become the true apex predator by taming a T-Rex. Check out the CovertGoBlue Dinosaur Rider playmat, featuring CGB astride the king of the dinosaurs. Each playmat comes with a free Dinosaur Rider token, so get your hands on this prehistoric prize and pick up CovertGoBlue's Dinosaur Rider playmat today at CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. CoolStuffInc.com, cool stuff in stock.
Jace. Frodo? Classic battle. Frodo versus Jace. Of course this would happen. Is Winter Moon good? It's only a 2-color deck, so probably not great. Flare's meh. Triumph, whatever. 2 extra turns on the draw, no removal, really of any kind. It's a mull. Unable to scream. Nerf the commander. Lorien Revealed gets another land. Okay, let's go. Here we go. No mana dork. Every green deck I expect to come with a turn 1 mana dork. For Frodo, Tome of Legends. Let's read Frodo again really quick. Whenever Frodo or another legendary enters the ring, tempts you. If it's your ring bearer, it must be blocked. Usually it's just all about legends. It's a Legends Matters deck. Let's Island Cycle. Just need regular island. Don't need no special islands at this stage. And drop Jace and try to start filling the graveyard for our delve cards. We do need to fill this graveyard. There's Frodo. Opponent didn't want to get countered, and they definitely have a value engine with the Tome of Legends. Does this still work if they're unable to scream? I think it does, because it's still their commander. That doesn't go away. You are a toy. You are my toy. But okay, that sounds way too... Don't tell Sam. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, look at the tome cooking. That's so much. It's been a while since I played a good Tome of Legends deck. Let's ramp. Skrelv. Skrelv doesn't help much here, but I'm still just... Yeah, let's just counter it. It does turn off mass manipulation later. I think we just have to try to fill our graveyard quickly. Jace up. Mass manipulation is a really good card. That's a long ways away. Is it too far away? Or is this the card that wins you a game so you hang on to it? I'm gonna hang on to it. Okay, all the delve spells in your hand is not usually what you're trying to do, I will say. But let's play Jace, Architect of Thought. This is known as Fact or Fiction Jace. We're just gonna -2 and reveal our top 3. Those are 2 piles. We pick a pile, the other goes to the graveyard. Not the graveyard, the bottom. Graveyard would be better, but in this case, the bottom. And I'm just gonna take whatever has 2. Not gonna lie. You just grab the 2. The +1 is a -1/-0 for creatures that attack you. The -8 is bribery every turn. Oh wow, they're hoping I really don't want the land. Yeah, I'll choose the non-lands and hope that my Prodigy gets me more lands. Yeah, the -8 is search their library for a thing every turn. That's a good creature. That'll kill this Jace. I might be sacrificing the Prodigy here. I think I am. That's a really good card against us. We found the land. I feel like I definitely need to let go of one of these delve spells. We just have too many of them. And we sack Jace. And we decline. Leaving Jace in the graveyard here lets us pay it as a delve cost, and then we can send it to the command zone. Opponent charging their tome. Eaten by piranhas. So Temporal Trespass is online. If we'd like another turn to plus and then minus this Jace, but right now we're not under pressure, so plussing should be fine. And we'll do the 3 steps ahead. A little draw go action for the blue deck. Right in the comfort zone, right in the wheelhouse. Our opponent's still getting a really great value engine with Tome of Legends, but our end game is taking a lot of turns in a row and outvaluing them that way. So we will wait. Nylea, might as well. Annoy them to death. Helps fill the graveyard as well. Heuristic Study, I think they'll just pay the 1. They have good access to cards and lands. Minus. Probably some land here. Ooh, all land. Well, I guess I get 2 lands. Doesn't that feel good, though? Feels so good. I choose. There we go. So there's still no pressure on this Jace, so we don't have to go into extra turns mode yet, and our mass manipulations keep getting better. So let's play Jace Reawakened.
But each one has its place.
Exile a non-land card, mana value 3 or less. If you do, it becomes plotted. I could just discard this lockbox. I think I will. Or I could discard another land. That's fine. Lockbox, I'm not sure what to name, to be honest. But we've seen 2 4s. Naming Frodo isn't good, but 4 is like a wheelhouse for a lot of legends. Let's go for it. I don't know. I'm smelling a 5, aren't you? I smell a 5. We can always just sack it to draw a card if they don't play one. The lockbox is great in Brawl because you can usually name their commander, but this commander is too cheap and it's already on the field. But yeah, you can always just cycle it, sack it, and draw. There you go. Resto Iganjo. That is a pretty slow card. It gets them a plains. Eventually it turns into a creature. We like seeing those slow cards right now. Delny. Delny's a good card, but we can eat it with piranhas. Cyclonic Rift. It gets better and better out here. All right, plus here. Let's draw a discard. Keep feeding that graveyard. Think we can let this land go, and then Archmage's Charm as a draw to. And hit the land that way. There's a Cunning Castaway. We could also trespass here, but man, the Castaway. Dude, the Castaway when it starts copying itself is so great. If I tap out here, something bad could happen, but we're in such a nice spot, make it happen. What are they going to do? Farewell? That doesn't affect me. So the +1 is basically nothing. I'll read the rest of it in a moment. Let's send Jace Vryn's Prodigy away so we can get this card back in our command zone. Actually, keep Flare, exile 3 steps. It's great with Snapcaster Mage. And then take action, move this back to command. Get our 3 cards. And see if they can do something about our all Jace approach. They really want that Questing Beast. They want that Questing Beast so bad. Maybe that's what we should have done, just in case they can somehow recur the Questing Beast. We should have named 4, so it would make a Questing Beast to block the Questing Beast. And when they attack, their creatures get -1/-0, so we're pretty safe right now. Then what this does is the -5 is to create 2 tokens that are copies of this, so Jace just keeps copying itself. The +1 is great with creatures. It's not good in this deck at all. The -2 is a bad illusion token. It's all about getting to the -5, which is only 2 turns away. Oh my god, it's the Great Henge. Yeah, our opponents got their value going. But we're about to torture them. It's about to get really bad. Target player mills 10. 5 cards in graveyard. Yep, let's see what we can do. Let's load up. There's another land. Beautiful. Agent for Fiend we don't need. Blue Delta. 6 cards in grave. Can we get to 7/8? I could minus this Jace. It's not really what I want to do with it when it's doing such good work.
Let's think this.
So there's 7. If I could get one more, I could get Jace Memory Adept down to fill the graveyard, and that would be awesome. Save the... If I could get one more card in graveyard easily. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make the flashy play.
I shouldn't have come here. I'll always be a step ahead.
Choose the 2. All right. This Jace.
I've got them all figured.
Oh, we could have just milled our... Why? Our Jace had to die. I forgot we could just mill it this way. But, I mean, obviously you mill 10 cards, right? Obviously. Get him. Win con unlocked. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so much Jace. It's so blue. Extra turn number 1, baby. Was this -6/2 until end of turn when you cast a spell, copy it? All right, we gotta find another time walk. That wasn't so hard. Oh wait, I'm a mana short. House Meld. What goes back? So many decisions. And I do feel kind of bad because I'm taking a long time and my opponent's probably like the F dude. But you know what? Here we are. Okay. 1 mana short of a Sundering. I guess we try to draw it. Oh wait, we have to Jace copy.
Fortunately, I won't have to remember this. I love it when a plan comes together.
More Jace, more Jace, more Jace.
Decisions.
I'll draw mill. No, it's a land.
I think I know what to do.
Draw a discard. No, it's so close. Okay, next time. Their attack now has a one power. Should I be concerned? No, we're fine. We're totally fine. We don't have a counter spell, but why would we need one? Fast turn. We are Jacing out of our mind over here. Does this look like fun? Are you a blue player in your heart? If you are, this looks so much fun. Our opponent's got halfling. That's really good. Yeah, our counter spells would be useless. They're digging. They're digging for answers to the Jace board. The nothing but Jace all the time. What would it be? Elish Norn? Hey! Guess what that triggers? I have an Elish Norn. They negate each other, right? Now you get nothing for your henge. Permanent entering. Oh, that doesn't work with sagas though, does it? Okay. Yeah, Sagas somehow get around this. It's cheating. It makes no sense. But it works. Yeah, what are you gonna attack? Okay. They're definitely succeeding when it comes to not surrendering. Oh no. Well, we're not even gonna need it. I'm gonna show great hubris and put that card away. Okay. Copy it. Cast it. Cast it. Let's mill 10. I got 2 turns of this. Are you ready? I don't think they're ready. Obviously, keep the cunning castaways multiplying. Draw 3. We got 2 turns after this one. We got it, and they're not conceding, so we have to settle in for the fun. 3 mana does not much. Could rift something. Who cares? I guess I'll rift this Elish Norn before I forget it exists. Oh yeah, I get more. Cool. That's fun. They killed a bird. They killed my bird. All right. Milia. It's the win con, baby. Jace ya. We have another turn after this. Draw 3. Put a couple back. Oh no, not part the water veil. -5. +1. +1. +1. Combat. Bird up. You see the combo? We did it. We unlocked the next level, baby. We absolutely leveled Jace Cunning Castaway up, and now it's broken. How about this one? This is a good Jace. A Snappy? Yeah. Draw Snappy. Don't worry. Draw Snappy. Now we transform this Jace. Dude, they're such a champ. They're like, no, we're not leaving. They're such a champ. All right, -5. You're gonna see that which should not be seen, and it's this much Jace. It should absolutely be illegal. There it is. Finally. Wore them down. They were the most patient player I've seen in years, and they couldn't reach the end of Oops All Jaces. The Tainted? The F is this? Oh yeah, this is the one that like you give to your opponent eventually, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of value though. Grixis value. How do we feel? Subtlety is good. Cunning Castaway is getting pitched to subtlety. Extra turn, draw 3, and ramp on the draw. There's no interaction here, but I don't think they're going to play anything I have to kill. I mean, I guess subtlety is like, what do you mean no interaction? The big problem I see with this hand is that baby Jace probably dies. Like, it's Grixis, so they'll remove it. And when they do, how do we get to the delve for treasure cruise? I guess we just have to trust the deck. Trust the deck. Okay. Let's see what happens. Medallion's one of the best cards in the deck, so keeping it seems pretty slick. Grixis. Hello, Grixis. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. No Medallion. Easy. Okay. Just a fetch land. Just a will. How are the delve spells always showing up in doubles? There's 3 in the deck. If I draw the dig through time, it's rigged. It's rigged. It's over. It's a disaster. And we won that last game anyway. Who cares? But yeah, Temporal Trespass. Take an extra turn for 3 mana. You just have to have 8 cards in your graveyard. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Yeah, go. Jesus. Take your turn. Strixie? Strixie's fine. 1/1 Death Touch, draw a card. People like it. It's good in Commander. I think it's fine in Brawl. I don't think it's good in Brawl. I'm playing the Vryn's Prodigy. We're going to try to occupy their next turn. They have to use like removal spell, or we start maybe filling that graveyard. Take 2. Yeah, the commands like Colligan's command are one of the worst things about playing a cheap commander like this. I'm going to discard the Trespass because the delve thing is just going to eat up. We just don't have enough delve. Yeah, a cheap commander that dies to a Prismari command and Colligan's command, it hurts. It really hurts. But just like last time, we'll leave Jason in the graveyard for delving this treasure cruise and hope it doesn't get kicked out of our hand somehow. But here's a medallion. And here is Agent of Rafine. Agent of Rafine is an awesome alchemy card. It lets us steal cards from our opponent's deck. They hate that. So usually Agent of Rafine is an instant removal target. Panharmonicon? Wow. They want to double this trigger. Oh, it's entering. That doesn't work with your commander. Okay. Okay, what's going on? What is happening here? Give me your card. Sure. That's a good card. We like that. Let's heist them. I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard the Sundering. Am I? I think I'm still exiling this to this anyway. Wash away Accursed Marauder, Inquisition of Kozilek. Give me the wash away. It's my jam. Of course, if they put Solkanar on top of their deck, wash away costs 3, so we have to keep that in mind. Well, 2, because we do have Sapphire Medallion. Dude, they would have had double heist, and I stole it from them. I feel so accomplished. I'm good at this game. I'm a brawler. Creature or artifact. So when this enters, heist twice. Ouch. So this is a heist deck? A theft deck? Hiding as a Solkanar the Tainted deck instead of a Nicole Bolas deck? Dude, did they just... Like, what? Their deck is all over the place right now. It's wild. By the way, Wash Away is pretty good against Triumphant Getaway because you can cast it on the heisted cards. They get cast from exile. Remand would be even better, though. Maybe we can find Remand. Subtlety, right? If it's a creature or a planeswalker, we can put it on top of our library. That's pretty good, too. And they're still attacking. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Well, well, well. I think we cut in Castaway here, though, and attack with the Loot Monger. I think the Mind Sculptor can stay home. We want to keep it a secret to maybe bounce if they somehow have a creature of mine. I don't have many creatures, but you never know.
Time to set sail. Let's think this through.
Still holding back Agent in case we get to draw with it. Oh, that's a good card. What are we discarding, though? What are we discarding? These cards are too good. Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, Jace the Mind Sculptor, or Subtlety? Maybe we don't Subtlety anything. I don't know. Subtlety's so good here. Oh my gosh, am I doing this? No way. No, it can't be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be Subtlety. It's gotta be Subtlety. Weird. Weird. But that's how good our hand is. If I didn't have the wash away, I don't think I would make that play. Weave the Nightmare, remove Agent of Rafine. Really? Do we steal one more card? I steal one more card. They are a heist deck, man. This is crazy. I think they stole some counter spells is what I'm thinking. But we're ahead on board. Ooh, it's an island. They're going to be really mad when they search for their Triumph with a fetch land and don't find it. Let me tell you. We got them now.
It's a matter of give and take.
Get him. Draw. Discard. Oh my lord. All right, 6 cards in grave. If they have a counter spell and they counter the Time Warp, are we mad? Are we mad? I think we just hold up. We're ahead. We don't have to be the one doing stuff. Actually, we can wash away. Okay. Okay. Jace. They counter. Here it comes. We wash. We make treasure. Draw. And what I should have done is held the lounge so I could have had the untapped land here, but having the Tail's End makes it okay. Tail's End makes it okay. We'll hide these in case the Thought sees me. I think not, Solkanar, you tainted one. The Swamp King's the old one. I'm a boomer. I remember Solkanar, the Swamp King. Card was legit in its time. Nobody would believe it now.
Let's try this.
We're gonna, guys, it's about to get so real. We are cooking. If I start playing kind of fast, it's because I expect the opponent to concede. So I want to move fast to try to actually get as many plays as possible to entertain you crazy people at home who love this weird stuff.
Let's try this.
That's a draw 3 because we control a Jace Planeswalker. That's 2 legendary Jaces. That's a plus. Into a plus. Look at Cunning Castaway being an absolute MV freaking P. Okay, put 2 lands back. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will take lethal damage from me today. None of them have the mental fortitude to pull it off. None of them. Alesha, who laughs at fate. It's a good Foundations commander. I wonder if Winter Moon is good against them. Again, 2 colors, probably not. You're really looking for 3, 4, and 5 color decks to freeze with Winter Moon. Brainstorm into Prodigy. Are you good? This is usually a very aggressive deck, and we're on the draw again. I think we have to mulligan for something to steal their abilities. It's not there. It's not there. Just some weird Jaces and a Triumph. Yeah, this hand doesn't really do anything either. Okay. Okay, Subdual Wash Away. Okay. And we can put away the Pact because it's a long time till that's a good card. Sometimes you gotta go to 6. The heck? The raid trigger. Yeah, that's right. It makes 1/1s. Gross. See what they do. I think we'll give up 1 Gobbo. But we're going to counter this Alesha here if we can. And if we don't, we subdue them on end step. So we got a choice. They have open mana. Against that open mana, we can play the Jace and let them use their removal spell. Or we can hold. And I think we hold. I think we make them make the next move and use a counter spell. There you go. Because if they kept their hand against our hand, you expect them to have a cheap creature. Let's do this. Let's hold up Tidebinder. If they play Alesha again and we can freeze it with Tidebinder, that's really good for us. Sometimes these games just go back-to-back commander cast on turn 4 and 5 when they have a 3-mana commander. Ooh, that's really good. That's bad for us. We hate that. You hate to see it. Oh no. Okay. Double triggers, huh? Rough. And ward. Oh, ward. If we play a Jace, do you think they can kill it? You really want to have a Jace down before you start time warping. At this point, the game is going to get out of hand if we just try to keep sitting back and doing nothing. So we have to try to get something going. That's a turn. I'll take it. It needs another land, but if we untap with this Jace, even if it's only on 1 loyalty, then we're cooking. That is not going to happen. Okay. All right. And Harvester. Okay, well, we can never use Prodigy. Or maybe we can. Maybe we put this out and counter the Blood Tithe Harvester's ability. I hope they don't have a different removal spell for it. Now, they'll probably play Alesha and get back the Harvester. But our goal now is to never let them take another turn. Which is asking a lot. Okay, they're not allowing it, man. They're absolutely not allowing it. And they have total board control. I don't know how we get out of this. I'm sure there are ways. I'm sure there are ways. So we play you. Plus here. Block here. Then we untap with a Jace the Perfected Mind, which draws us a few extra cards when we take extra turns. But that's not really what I'm looking for. I think we do this again. See if they kill it again. I mean, this also just kind of helps us loot through our deck, but eventually it's an extra turn in Time Walk. No, no blocks. They kill us, they kill us. I'll go to 6, though. They might just have burn spells, but I'm hoping that they, like, cast their commander or something. Predator, sure. Okay. All right, Jace is currently alive. Bin. Protective Thought, eaten by piranhas. 4 cards. All right. Let's see if we can flip this Planeswalker and do some stuff. It did not respond. Tail's End. And flashback the Consider. Every little bit helps, guys. Oh, they're gonna Predator it? They're gonna Predator the Consider. Oh my goodness. Ouch. Okay. Hater. But hey, that's something. And then we part the water veil. The predator's tapped. I can attack them. Doubt it'll come up, but who knows? Untap draw. Really need a land there. Really, really need a land there. Seek new knowledge, of course, classically not hitting lands.
Every problem has a solution.
Warp them. Oh my god, do we need that land? Holy crap. Disaster. Guess I'll shrink this predator.
At least I look like I know what I'm doing.
Play this Jace. Shrink attackers.
Power is an illusion. We both know how this ends.
And this can block roaming throne. Oh my goodness. That's mean. That's very mean. Take your pick. That is such a mean draw. Yeah, you got the rift. Takes the time warp. Yep. Do we counter that? Whenever this becomes tapped, yep, I counter that. Keep that time warp. Since they held back the Chupa. Guess we should block. Really, dude? Okay, do they have the mana to cast it? They don't have the mana to cast it. Right? They can rift my Jace. That happens. Then what? That's it? Okay. Oh, it does stay exiled. They are top tier brilliant, but I am better at Magic than they are.
What do you think?
Let's see what they give me here. Do they make the mistake and give me the land plus another card? They sure do. I choose. Yeah. All right. Ooh. Okay. Cast it again. We need to Jace again. Let's minus. Dude, we're good. We're doing it now. Mass manipulation. Hello.
It's shallow.
The stealing, like, I don't have that much mana to steal their stuff with. Yeah, they're gonna give me this pile. They're afraid of mass manipulation. If I do the temporal manipulation now, yeah, I'm choosing the lands. I don't think it's gonna get there. All right. We activate. We discard. We discard. Exile, return.
We need to protect as many people as possible.
Seek new knowledge. No to those. Not very good. Okay. Minus. Manipulate. Cast.
Knowledge is a skeleton key.
Dude, we're coming down to the wire, baby. They were an annoying deck. Commandeer, that doesn't do it. Okay. This shrinks the assault. So that's something. This again reduces the power of this flying creature here. This doesn't do anything to the board whatsoever, but this does. And then we have mana left for subtlety. Yeah, it has no power here. There we go.
Our plans are beyond.
All right. We got this, right? 5 life? It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Get that out of here. Not going to read it. It's an alchemy card. Just send it away. I'm ready to block. I'm just glad they put something on the stack there. There's no extra turn in the graveyard right now. Trigger. Staying alive. Staying alive. God, this roaming throne punked me. It's been such a problem. Scalding Tarn. All right. This stupid card. I would really love to like mill a bunch of cards and then flash back with Jace, but it's not going to work. There are 10 cards in grave, huh? Go to 2. Yeah, let me try to get them to use the Predator. That's what I need to do. I need to try to get them to use the Predator. They might say that it's fine if I target this Seek New Knowledge in my graveyard. They might say this is fine. Or they might exile it. Okay, they are. They're exiling it. They're exiling it, guys. They're exiling it. Good. That's what we needed. That opens the window. Mill myself. For 6, but that's a lot. Where's the extra turns? There's an Aetherize, but there's no extra turn. Oh, did we take too many extra turns? Okay, what's Mass Manipulation do? We're at 2. 1, 2, 3. It's pretty good. But they have the Predator. They can just sacrifice. But I guess that's fine, right? We gotta do it. We gotta do it.
I need a better solution. Every thought matters.
Do I just lose to Roaming Throne if I do this? I do, because they're just gonna sack, and I never untap the Predator. Okay, so if that's the case, it has to be this. Hold on, cancel. We have to do it for 2. I go here, here, and then we still die, right? We're still gonna die. We're still gonna die. Okay, we can't do that. We gotta go for an extra turn. We can't do it. And we hit nothing useful. Okay. Hey, sometimes you realize halfway through your line is bad. You gotta keep trying. What else can you really do? This winter moon is killing me. Yeah. Okay, there's definitely nothing for 2. So, good game, opponent. Thank you for playing it out. It was a battle. I came up short. And I miscalculated on that last turn. Stupid ward, dude. Stupid Roaming Throne. Card absolutely housed me. Yada. Giada. Font of Hope. Yep. Flying and Vigilant. And makes angels. Lots of angels. It's hard to mulligan a hand with Mox Amber. And we have Brainstorm Shuffle Effect. It's hard to do. I wish I had a way to nerf Giada, though. Do this now because I definitely want to play Jace next turn. Stockpile the turns. Let's stockpile the turns. That's the idea. Get a Jace down. Take turns. There she is, the font of hope. All right, one time, guys. Draw into witness protection. I would also accept unable to scream. I did not hit. The Mystic Subdual's right there, though. All right, let's activate. Oh, didn't quite get there. Dude, is Mystic Subdual too late? Should we just ignore it? Nah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it and hold out hope.
I'm my own most challenging puzzle. Solving mysteries is my specialty.
Unfortunately, it's the expensive counterspells. We need a few more land drops, and there's your first angel. Holy cow. Scry to the bottom. Oath of Jace scries on your upkeep for each Jace you have. Oh my gosh. Winter Moon, you troll! How do you be this way? All right, how do we draw more land? We could flashback Brainstorm. Sure. If we do that, am I just gonna get housed by this thing? No, we're gonna play another Jace. Maybe I'm just supposed to shrink this. But then I'm not drawing land. If I'm not drawing land, I'm not going to win. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this feels bad.
What a refreshing thought.
But we found the land. So we can put away the moon. I think the manipulation can wait. So 5 mana next turn, possibly 6, and we just really want a Jace on the field.
Kapash, Imasahak. Organic minds are easily quelled.
Come on, baby. Let him be. Let him Jace. No! Okay. How do we remove that? Maybe Temporal Sundering, but now it's going to be really hard to cast. They double team. They get another angel. Okay. Decline. Leave you there. 6 cards in graveyard for the cruise. And another angel. Yes, of course. Of course. How could it not be another angel? Oh, God. This is bad. This is so bad. What a disaster. No legend for the Mox. Yeah, just not... Dude, just whiffing on lands. That's what this is. Okay, still whiffing on lands. Ugh. I'm working as hard as I can over here for them. All right, so we'll have 6 mana next turn. We can part a Water Veil. Do I need to do this, or do I need to foretell this? The birds are a big deal. A big deal. All right. I'm going to take a huge hit next turn, but we're going to top a land. We're going to top a land, and we're going to go to work. Good card when it's a 4 mana 6/7 flying. Flying's still a good ability. Hey! Dude, this Cyclonic Rift is an absolute troll today. Am I dead? Not quite. Almost. They just have to what? So if you might be able to flip the Jace while your Oath of Jace is on the field, you want to trigger on the upkeep because this trigger goes on the stack. If you resolve flipping the Jace before this resolves, you get a free scry. Value. Cool, right? Leave it alone. Surely your hand is just awesome flying angels and nothing else. Surely. Just don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Can I use commander politics? Just let me do the thing. I want to do the thing. I'll be sad if I don't do the thing. Yeah, uh-huh. When you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with... Good. Yep, fine. Kind of big, but okay. I mean, one way or another. This is someone's last turn. I'm thinking really hard about this. I mean, if they have Mana Tithe, the game's over. Here they come. Bounce the big one. Okay. We go to 1. Trigger on the stack. Tapped land? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There's only 4 cards in that graveyard. Oopsie daisy. Never mind. Oh god, 1 life in a misty rainforest. It's a disaster. But here's Karn's Temporal Sundering. I will target myself. I can get extra mana if I bounce the Amber, but I don't know how I'm going to deal with all this with my Cyclonic Rift gone. I guess I flashback Cyclonic Rift. Yeah, let's do it. Extra turn acquired. So this lets me get the agent down, which could matter. Didn't... Oh, it's still on it. Nope, nope. Could have had the free scry. Missed it that time. What is wrong with me? That's okay. We cook. We cook. We are at work. God, another land I can't use. There's 4 fetch lands in the deck. Hitting 2 of them when you're at 1 life is pretty cold. Okay.
I have a lot to think about.
Bird up. Do I play the Rainforest? I don't know if I'm ever gaining a life. Subtlety ain't it. Draw 3 steps. Not it. We've got Part the Water Veil. There is a Treasure Cruise and a Cyclonic Rift down there. So our goal is to get to that Cyclonic Rift. We have 7. Yeah, we can overload it. We can overload it. It's a card, but it's not the... It's we can't spin wheels right now. We need results. That's terrible. What a terrible draw. Oh my goodness. All right. I rift you.
I've already been.
Let's send 3 down to the yard and fill this graveyard. There's Temporal Manipulation. I don't think they can just deal me 1 here. But I'm not risking it. I'm a coward, and I will play like 1. It's 1 to 33. You can't blame me for not attacking. It's not about damage. It's not how we're going to win. There you go. You might say why 3? It's so I can still minus this to draw a card next turn if I want to. They should go for this because it's a flashback. Yeah. Oh, they hit the wrong Jace. Okay. It's a flashback time warp on the Telepath Unbound, although this is still very annoying. This is exile target creature. They discard Battle Angels. I mean, it's a Jace. It's not a bad Jace. And right now there's no pressure outside of Giada, which I can take out with House Meld. Or I can make her unable to scream. That's even better. All right, we'll keep this Jace. We can also relieve the pressure with just plussing this Jace. All right. Let's see if we can draw a land from our opponent's deck. Kinda. Oh, this gains life though. Oh, okay.
Don't force me to stretch your mind even further.
I don't think they can kill me. I love Aether Gust. You might question its position in the deck. There's just so many commanders that end up in red and green, and that's where you most need something that gets around can't be countered at a low price. That is a Planeswalker.
But I'll fight if I have to. I know there's a hero inside
Giada is growing. Thought you had me, huh? Gonna force me to block, were ya? Not today. Angel of Unity. Great. Scries. I mean, I need the land. I really do. It's been really awkward not being able to draw them. House Meld. Exile it. It becomes an enchantment that I control. They don't get it back. Okay. Unable to scream. You tried to scream. You failed. I mean, I really want my 1/1 lifelinker though. And I need another way to actually make white mana. Does this make white mana now? Legendary enchantment. No, it doesn't. Okay, get you down to 3. I can give this flying. So we need to keep plussing because they can keep adding counters to these cards.
What do you think you see?
Knowledge is a skeleton key.
Okay, the champs. It's fine. I'm buying time, man. This gives them hexproof. Yep. They could have powered up the cave and gone for the win. I'd have had to dig through time for an answer. Risky. Oh, what are they going to get?
Retreat isn't a reason. I'll be your shield.
Bishop of Wings. Yeah, that's a lot of life. Conclave Tribunal. I think that's worth a counter. There's a time warp. Temporal Trespass, let's go. It does exile, so we can't use it twice. We're really close to activating this for the ultimate, but it's a -2.
You didn't think
There's a River's Rebuke right there. I guess that's a concession. It's either an oops or it's a concession. Oh yeah, they're hexproof. They're fine. It's not a concession. We just got to get that one critter off the board. Try not to pick the spells that you might flash back. Feel free to pick the creatures and the lands. All right, extra turn. We're at 2 now. This works. See, we've just been waiting for the right time. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7.
I love learning.
Power! Keep it going, keep it going. There are some target player stuff I don't get to use because of this Metropolis Reformer. So how do we get rid of it? We can't rebuke. How do we get rid of it? Well, we're definitely doing this.
I'll always
Trolled again by the moon. Okay, it's fine. This is fine.
I train everything. Hone your prowess.
Mass manipulation helps, right? Yeah. We don't have an extra turn yet. Let's lock that up.
Solving mysteries.
Kicker 2, if it was kick, create a token, draw a card, reveal it, remove a... Dude, where are these cards? Some of these Jaces, man. Some of these Jaces. Oh my god. Why not? Let's do it. Let's scry 2.
At least I look
Unbelievable.
like I know what I'm doing.
I need the life. All right. This takes the Metropolis Reformer's abilities. That should do the job. A 0? Okay. So we draw this card and you lose 2 loyalty. Awesome. A -2 to draw. Put this on the Reformer. Rebuke my opponent into the end times.
The weak-minded will be educated.
And that's
by
that.
Elysia's ways.
Ah, Jason. Oh my god. If you like, nay, take that back. If you love this kind of magic, you gotta try Brawl. This is the nonsense you can only get up to in Brawl.